Hi everyone, let's do a bottom shelf blind beam bonanza. Old Tub versus Jim Beam 7. Since I thought this Old Tub was just a little bit better than I remember it the last time when I tried it when it first came out sometime after 2020, I thought it would be interesting to kind of put that against the Jim Beam 7. I was going to do the Jim Beam Black, which is aged closer to 6 years, since this is a bottled and bond, which means at least 4 years. But I thought, what the heck, let's just go with the new Jim Beam 7, which we know is 7 years. Maybe I thought that was just ever so slightly better than the regular Jim Beam Black. But since I thought this was decent enough, I figured, what the heck, let's just put it against the Jim Beam 7, which is the one we see now, and I think the Black's going to be kind of going by the wayside more and more, and you'll see more of this. So that being said, really quick, when I did this review on the Old Tub, I did notice one slight difference in the mash bill. Not sure if it was an error or not, but we'll just go for it anyway. The Old Tub, I saw a mash bill of 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley. Jim Beam 7 and the other Jim Beam White and some of the other products, 77% corn, 13% rye, 10% malted barley. Not sure if there was a mistake or not. The constant obviously is a 13% rye. The rest is negligible if there is a difference at all, but you got a 13% rye factor in both. Old Tub is a bottled in bond, 100 proof. This is 90 proof. That was the other reason I thought, let's use this. This is 90 proof. The Black was 86 proof. This is closer in proof, if that makes a difference at all. My own personal preference, Old Tub has a cork, which kind of surprised me. Jim Beam 7 is a screw top. And something that actually is the reason why I wanted to do it that may make a difference, but I don't know, is that Old Tub is non-chill filtered and non-carbon filtered, whereas Jim Beam 7 is just regular chill filtered. Let's get them in glasses, mix them up. We'll do this blind. Okay, so we have these poured up, mixed up, have no idea which one is which. Again, I mean, the Jim Beam 7, as I said, was just ever so slightly, I thought, better maybe than the Jim Beam Black when I blinded those. This with the 7 years, that maybe somewhere between 6 and 7, and I thought this was decent enough that maybe was slightly better than the first time I tried it, which I didn't like it. So let's see what we got. We are talking about the bottom shelf here. My hunch just before I start is that another line on the Jim Beam, which is the old Grandad bonded, or old Grandad 114. Let's just stick with the bonded. Personally, I think in my head that's probably better than both of these. But let's stick to and that's bottom shelf too, but let's just stick to these for now. Color looks pretty similar. Let's just go in and give this a nose. They're going to be very similar. They have that classic Jim Beam nose. Nothing that noticeable on the nose that's different. Let's give this a taste. Cheers. Classic Jim Beam mouthfeel. Let's give this a taste. Cheers. They're very, very similar on the mouthfeel. I'm trying to see if there's anything that we're detecting. Basically, what we're looking here is possibly age 7 years. This is at least 4 years as a bottled and bond, but that could be more. But I'm thinking this is older. This has got the non-chill filtering, carbon filtering. I thought this was maybe ever so slightly better. We'll go with this glass. It's not by a lot, and it's the Old Tub. Okay. It was just ever so slightly. This is just. I mean, this is a crapshoot. Could have flipped the coin. I thought this maybe had to drop more. So basically, if this is meaningful, I have a feeling if I did this 10 times, I may get different results. But we'll say for this one, I mean, it's a shade different. Possibly, yes, this is probably a drop younger than this, but maybe there's some effect with the non-chill filtering and the non-carbon filtering. If there was anything that would give that a difference, because this is probably younger than this, but maybe there's some effect with that. And I mean, this is ever so slightly. As I said, do this 10 times, probably get 10 different results, but we're going to do this time. So that's it for now. We'll probably get back to something a little better than these in the next review. Take care. Thanks for watching.